Hello, future millionaires. This is Aztec, and this is the CSC. Alright, guys, I'm back with my official Matic Network tee. Thank you to the Matic Network team for providing this. This is going to be a video about the project update number 9 for Matic. They've been moving blazingly fast, so I think we have to make these videos every so often so that we can keep up. To be honest, I'm not sure exactly how many people know this, but you can actually find these project updates either by following them on Twitter at Matic Network, or by going to their website and then their Matic blog, and this is how you find these project updates. This is the number 9th edition that they've submitted, and like always, I'm blown away by just how fast they move. But I mean, this space is blowing up. It's not just the Matic Network. You know, there's so much going on in general with DeFi, with gaming, with Bitcoin. With Bitcoin trying to, or possibly going to be launching this Schnorr signatures. Many projects have just so much that are right around the corner. So I think we're kind of getting to a point to where, things are going to start taking off. That's just my opinion, not financial advice. And as we can see, the chart almost gives us an idea that Bitcoin might take the rest of the market with it, and possibly to new highs. We'll see. That's my personal opinion, but to be honest, it's very convoluted chart at this moment. This is a decision area. If we break down too far below this area currently, I really do see that would hint towards bearish type figures in the short to medium term. But just looking at the chart, we see the Stokes possibly going to give us a buy signal soon on the daily, so this is a big deal. MACD showing some sell pressure, but really in line with how everything else looks, we might just go sideways based off the MACD. And the RSI is also showing a very neutral position, sitting at 55. Just very neutral. Let's see, the price action is sitting on top of the 21. And I mean, really, these exponential moving averages look like they want to converge upon each other, possibly cross up and over each other, but that's still to be determined. So again, a lot of the indicators on the chart are very neutral or kind of just going either way. But essentially, if you look at everything else that's going on in the space, I think that Bitcoin sees higher highs soon. Before we get to Matic, though, I do want to shout out my buddy here, Bitcoin Music, on Twitter. You can find him at Awaken. And he made this track just recently. He shouted me out, so I got to play it. I got to shout him out back. So the track is Did You Buy the Dip?
People steady hitting, just watch me, give me some. Shout out to the crypto secret circle. You already know how I go.
You got to check him out. He's made many different tracks. He's going to come out with an album soon. So definitely you got to go and take a look on Twitter, follow him, and just see, there's so many people out there that are bringing their own mass adoption to this space. He's definitely doing that with his style. So congrats to him. And thank you for shouting me out, brother. Now, I do want to go over this as fast as I can. There's just so much happening. You got partnerships. You got partnerships in different types of SKUs. You have partnerships that are directly working on top of Matic so that their dApps scale. You got partnerships that are working with Matic to do research. They're possibly eyeing Matic to use them for scaling purposes. All different kinds of things. You have Matic going to hackathons. You have Matic just going everywhere doing interviews and AMAs, and this project update really kind of goes over that. So I think it's important to see this, because if you want to know just how fast Matic is moving, because this is essentially from December 10th to January 22nd of this year. Again, always blown away by how fast they move. Then this is something that you're going to want to go ahead and go over. So essentially, one of the highlights of the update is the Coinbase custody listing. So this is institutional grade offline storage solution. On my last video, I did go over. It's very crazy because this happened right before, maybe a couple, 4 or 5 days, 3 days before this listing. And I was going over this website. This is the CoinbaseListing.com website, and it was showing their Coinbase digital asset framework and all the regulatory hoops and all the things that has to be in place before your project can be listed with Coinbase. Now, there's only a little over 50 projects that are listed with Coinbase. So, if you know anything about Coinbase, they only choose the projects that are going to lead in the future. So, Matic Network, not only being something a project that is up to regulatory code, but also has all the check boxes checked, I guess you would say, now being listed. So this is awesome to see. And this is not a listing on their pro accounts. So for like trading, this is an institutional grade offline storage solution. But this is amazing, because usually, after you see something like this, you're going to see the next rollout of the pro accounts on Coinbase launched as well, where you'll be able to trade, like if you're a retail trader and things like that. So this is amazing to see. It says Matic Network joins an exclusive group of digital assets listed on Coinbase custody alongside top 20 market cap assets such as Link, Tezos, XLM, Bitcoin, Litecoin, etc. So this is awesome. Now, another thing here, it shows initiating our top tier validator onboarding process. So this is with stake.fish. Stake.fish is actually, when they say they're top tier, they definitely are. They're a staking validator for many top projects. And this is for proof of stake type projects. So this is awesome to see that we are partnered with someone that is very reputable in this space. So you can follow stake.fish on Twitter, and they got their own Telegram, and this is good to see, because you want to know that you have a top tier staking partner when you're going to go ahead and launch your staking, like delegation and your validators and all that, because you want someone good running, a node. Now, moving forward, they also revealed the Matic Network staking interface, and just to show you, this is a little video. It looks very clean, very, very clean. It looks very easy to use. Essentially, you can just use the Matic Network wallet, and you can use it to stake your Matic tokens, as it shows here, and delegate. You have different login options, MetaMask being one. It keeps going, but it shows you can become a validator. You can delegate with ease. It looks very simple, very clean. So this is definitely something to look forward to. Here it shows, and I'm going to be moving quickly because I just want to show you just how much is being done, within this month. So this is an ecosystem and integration. Bet Protocol launched B Pro community private cell using Matic. So the cell was actually 4 times oversubscribed. So this is just one of the utilities that the Matic Network token has. And this was awesome to see that their project was 4 times oversubscribed. So amazing. Bet Protocol is an amazing project that is going to be using Matic for scaling purposes. And they're essentially like an on-the-go casino. And their interface looks very easy to use. It looks like it's very easy to set up. and it's very affordable. So I think that, as casinos go, this is a very top tier casino type dApp that's being integrated with Matic. Here it shows Frontier joined Matic as staking service provider. And it shows here an advanced crypto wallet app which combines all of your wallets into one integrated interface without ever asking for your private key, is now one of Matic's official staking service providers. So essentially you can use Frontier and stake your Matic with whichever wallet you're looking to use. It says our collaboration enables Matic holders to use Frontier to stake their tokens seamlessly from any of their wallets, including MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, in a non-custodial manner on mobile devices. So this is awesome to see. Many options to be able to stake in the future and currently. Matic collaborates with Incognito to bring privacy to Ethereum. So essentially, you can use the Incognito exchange. You can have it's essentially like wrapping your Matic tokens and then being able to send them privately. So you can send private transactions using Incognito. It says we're thrilled to announce our collaboration with Incognito. Using Incognito, Matic holders can now send, receive, and store the Matic tokens with 100% confidentiality. So that's awesome. Matic's teaming up with Terminal. So it shows here Terminal has now integrated with Matic Network. Terminal is a dApp monitoring platform that allows developers to surface sidechain data in a convenient and comprehensible manner. So this is more for developers, but these are the kind of things that you want to see being developed or being partnered with your project, because you want to see that developers have an easier time to make things happen. Let me just make sure I'm still recording. All right, looks good. Now, moving forward, it shows that Showcase scales up with the Matic Network, and it shows that they are essentially a digital collectible merchandise platform for influencers, social or supporting social impact causes. This is awesome to see because essentially it has to do with NFTs, and I really do think NFTs are going to be a huge part of the future. You see people that just like to collect things in general, and with AI coming into the picture, NFTs I think are going to work with AI technology in the future. You're going to probably be able to see your NFTs, and if we all walk around with Google Glass or some kind of AI technology, everyone's going to be able to share their NFTs very easily, and all this on and on and on. But NFTs are a huge thing. So seeing Matic teaming up with future type forward-thinking projects is awesome. Matic also teamed up with Hexrow, so it's a gaming platform merging with cryptocurrency trading with skill-based social gaming. Also awesome. It just makes it very fun to use Matic. Another utility, as you could kind of say. And it shows here Hexrow is re-imaging the way people interact with the market by merging cryptocurrency trading and skill-based social gaming. Since the launch of its MVP product earlier last year, the platform has grown to more than 85,000 registered users across 180 countries globally. So there's a lot of people that now have that much more eyes on Matic. So this is a great partnership. You have TradeStars, which looks like an amazing dApp. I think that currently they're only using Cricket as here. Let me go ahead and just get into this. It says TradeStars has officially launched on Matic beta mainnet, and it says here that you can now start using TradeStars next gen fantasy sports platform. So it says earlier this week we were thrilled to announce that TradeStars next gen fantasy sports platform is now live on Matic beta mainnet. You can now join 7.7k users to own, create, and trade NFTs that represent cricket players' performances and get rewarded for your sports knowledge. The launch of TradeStars signals the growing adoption of our beta mainnet, which is very true, guys. The beta mainnet is, it's just a beta mainnet, and they're already attracting so many great dApps that are wanting to build on top of Matic. Just imagine what's going to be what type of projects are going to want to launch on Matic once the mainnet comes out. And it says here, and the strengthening of the Matic ecosystem. We're thrilled to be working together to revolutionize fantasy sports. So essentially, it's a fantasy sports type dApp where you can trade NFTs, create them, own them, and I can't wait. I was just I was on Telegram talking to these guys at one of their AMAs with Matic, and they're going to go ahead and look at esports in the future, and all the other sports that are out there. So this looks like a very promising fantasy sports type dApp. I'm really excited. I'm not very familiar with cricket, to be honest. I'm in the U.S. and it's not something that we really look at very much here from what I know. But once they get to like esports, possibly football, soccer, baseball, all these basketball, these things I think are going to be big in the U.S. So this is something I'm definitely following. I just can't talk to you today. Now, there's also a tech update and education video that was made, and this was actually pretty cool to see. This is the Matic Network team that made this, that is creating this tech series. And it says, we recently announced the launch of our new educational video series, Matic Tech Talk. Matic's very own protocol developers, Ashish Rajpurohit and Arpit Agarwal, teamed up to create the new video series that aims to educate the community about Matic's tech stack. In the first video of the Matic Tech series, Ashish and Arpit provide an overall understanding of Matic Network's architecture while giving an illustrated demonstration on how digital transactions and smart contracts perform between Ethereum main chain and Matic sidechain. So this is very interesting to go ahead and watch. I'd say go ahead and check this out. You can actually find this video on their Twitter, and it is available on YouTube, as you can see right here. Now, also, this was a very interesting article. This was their Matic Plasma increasing scalability of smart contracts. Recently, you did see that the Ethereum, off the top of my head, I'm going to butcher this, but the Ethereum Plasma research, some kind of research type program just shut down. And they essentially said that this Plasma framework research program shut down because they kind of reached maturity. In my personal opinion, it's because Matic has already created a very robust plasma framework for this whole ecosystem. So I personally believe that it has become mature because Matic has taken over this role and has already created this. So they're taking over essentially, and they don't really need all these other developers looking into it because Matic's already doing it and has done it essentially. So it says, we previously announced the launch of our Plasmatic education series to give better insights into the history and more granular technicals of Matic, more viable Plasma, more VP adaption. So this is actually very technical, but it's a really great article that you can look into. Here it says we had a exchange listing, and this is with Coinone. Users can now pre-stake Matic. So this was actually pretty awesome because, yep, here it is. Coinone users are now able to lock up their Matic tokens during a 30-day lockup period at an interest rate of 30.29 APR, guys. This is huge, huge. Getting that kind of APR, essentially in a year is huge percentage of your staking of the tokens that you stake. So this is really cool to see because I think this gives us an idea of just how high of an APR staking may provide for Matic delegators in the near future. And here it also shows another exchange listing with CoinX. We are happy to announce the Hong Kong-based exchange CoinEx has listed Matic. Trading is now available via the Matic BTC and Matic USDT pairs. CoinEx also held a special event to celebrate the listing. Now, there is many hackathons, so I'm just going to read the titles, but I think it's really important to see just how fast Matic is working, and within a month they've done all of these hackathons. So you have them supporting the syntax error hackathon at IIT Roorkee. Here it says December 11th, Matic supported the syntax error hackathon at IIT Roorkee, India. We help the students of IIT Roorkee to build many excellent projects on Matic Network, including, and they have all these projects that they were building during the hackathon. Very interesting. Matic supported the KJSCE hackathon, and some more projects that were highlighted. They're announcing the winners of the Hackout hackathon, and it's really interesting. If you're a real big Matic buff, it'd be good to go ahead and look at just what's happening within these hackathons. They pledged $50,000 to DevFolio's developer support fund. So this is really awesome to see, because DevFolio really also goes out there and gets work done. Matic supported the Hack.it hackathon at BVP, supporting the Hack a Bit hackathon as well. And they supported the Everest hackathon in Nepal. They supported the Codebreak 1.0 hackathon. Just keeps going and going. Proudly supporting the ETH India online hackathon, and this is actually still going on. This is an online hackathon that you can view online essentially. It's from January 22nd to February 20th of 2020. This is something I'd say go ahead and look into, because you can, if you're just interested in seeing what's happening in India, all the great work that's happening, you can actually go to this URL here and check them out. Now, all the interviews and AMAs and community outreach that's happened. You have the staking AMA with Matic developers. You have YouTube live stream AMA, happened on December 10th. You have an interview with Crypto Wendy O. You have an AMA with Signal Express. Interview with Blockchain Brad. These are all things you can watch on YouTube, guys. Matic joined iBlock TV for an interview. An AMA with Crypto VIP Signal. AMA with Bet Protocol. Interview with Chain Reaction Podcast. This was a really awesome podcast. They're a great podcast to look at in general or listen to. And here's Sandeep. He actually did this podcast with Chain Reaction. Here's another interview with Rice Crypto. Another AMA with Binance Nigeria. Launching the Matic Outreach Program. So Matic is very involved with their community. A lot of the people or the personnel within the Matic network actually come out and talk to people on Telegram and Twitter. They're very out there and transparent and very easy to talk to. The team is just a really cool team. So definitely it's nice to see that. Here's another AMA with Vietnam Telegram, or it's Bitcoin Vietnam Telegram. AMA with Voz Blockchain. An AMA with Gagarin Community. An AMA with the Matic Turkey Community. AMA with TradeStars, that app that I was talking about earlier. An AMA with Crypto Baron Bull. Hosting an AMA with Stake.fish, staking validator. Bunch of community updates now. So essentially they attended the Thailand Blockchain Week, Thailand's first blockchain event. So Matic's just jumping on all of the opportunities, as you can see. We got pictures and information here. They're hosting the Next in Money blockchain design meetup. So that was talking about all the design and information that's going into the types of dApps and Matic Network in general. And then here you got Juan Crypto Maniac appointed as Matic Community Guard of Honor. This guy's a really awesome guy. He's out there always working for Matic, and he's an amazing guy, very nice guy. I'd say give him a follow. He's on Twitter, and you can find him here at Crypto Maniac. I think it's actually on Twitter. It's LOL Crypto Maniac. But congrats to him. Also, the first ever Matic Mitra supported events recently took place. So one of our Matic Mitras actually went out, and it shows here on December 26th, we were thrilled to announce that our first ever Mitra supported events had taken place. Ale Salon, one of our Matic Mitra supported 2 events in Africa's largest economy, Nigeria, to spread the word of blockchain and Matic. So this is really awesome to see that we're all over the world already, guys. And there was also a 2019 review that was put out there. Matic joined the Blockchain Bytes meetup, so another meetup. And essentially that's it. But you can see that a lot has happened within a month. You got a lot of transparency for the team. So it's really awesome to see that. You see all the partnerships that are going on, all the AMAs and the interviews. Matic just keeps going and going and going. So hopefully this kind of showed you how Matic is doing things and what they're doing. Just all the hoops that they're jumping through to make this project a very, top tier project. And in my opinion, it is already a top tier project. You can see how Binance has already put so much into it. A lot of people kind of think that the whole leverage availability for Matic trading is very negative, but in my opinion, that shows that there's a lot of trust behind the project. And that, in the future, because Matic is one of the only small cap coins that's available for, leverage trading. In the other projects that are out there, a lot of them are, very high end projects, top tier, like on Matic, on the CoinMarketCap website, top 20, top 50 projects. So to see Matic up there with these projects really shows that there's a lot of faith in the project moving to be, market cap wise top tier, on like CoinMarketCap and such. So it's really awesome to see that. And I honestly don't think it's negative, because just as people can short the market and move the price down with leverage, the opposite can occur. So you can really see Matic take off just as fast as Matic can move down. And essentially the higher that market cap goes, the harder it is to break down. And leverage, in my opinion, is a really great thing to see for a project. So Binance is already invested heavily in the Matic Network. Coinbase is heavily invested in the Matic Network, and rolling out more products for the Matic Network. So these are some really great, high-end big boys in the space that are supporting Matic. So you can really see that the Matic Network is just taking off, and you have staking coming up soon. Delegation. You have the mainnet coming. The rest of the Coinbase listings coming out. So we just have to keep our eye on Bitcoin, see what goes on. I think Bitcoin's going to be moving up from here, in my opinion, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, never give up on the future of money. Take it easy.